started your chemistry classes, I suppose, right? Bio class, botany are the first class. And let me introduce myself. Some of you all might know me as we have already talked in the introductory class, right? For those who were not present in the introductory class, I am Parinita Sharma and I'll be your botany teacher, right? Okay. Now, before starting the class, I think here the first class, no? And then we'll go to the class. All right. Okay. The first point, the way that we are going to do here is NCERT book syllabus to aase, contents that is the thing that is the sequence that we will follow. Right. So GG aase. I would like to say some students want to do another chapter, maybe from some other chapter is required for your exams, and so all of you are ready to do that chapter instead of going in a sequence. Then that is also welcome, right? But it will depend that some students say, hey, topic to decide. More mote, I will start in the sequence. So the first chapter, obviously, yes, living world. Yeah. Cover audio to problem here. So I would request all the students to please mute your audio. Right? I'll take a question please ask at that time, right? No disturb our audio problem. Okay. So living world let me start with first chapter. Another thing, as far as the chapter is concerned, no, entire notes you'll get it in the form of a PDF. We notes right? What you do once you get the notes of each and every topic, no, protect the topic, protect the chapter, you'll get your notes. What you do, যেহেতু মোবাইলতে পাবা ন, so as soon as you get the notes, I would advise you all যে তাৰে তোমালোকে হাৰ্ড কপি এটা ওলাই লবা বা ক'বাত সেভ কৰি থবা। নহলে পিছলে কি হ'ব যে ইমানবোৰ মেছেজ আহি থাকিব সেইটো গ্ৰুপত, it will be very hard to find that topic or that sequence that you wanted, right? So যি আমাৰ পঠাই থোৱা এটা লিভিং ওয়ার্ল্ড কৰিম, লিভিং ওয়ার্ল্ডৰ PDF পঠাম, PDF কিনি either take out a hard copy. What I would suggest is it's a very good habit that if you start writing, PDF to mobile থাকিবই, right? Tarpora jodi nijor handwriting ot likhi lobo para, I think that's more good. According to me, the rest is yours. Tumarke jetu sare comfortable howa. Please make a copy separately for botany aru topic wise likhi jaba. That's the first thing. Second is, as far as the class is concerned, no, I think you all know these classes are being recorded, no? Tumarke recorded version to pai. Chemistry class paisa na recorded videos.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Recorded paisa. Geology class arambho hoise niki?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So as far as recorded version is concerned, a topic to recorded version তোমালকে পাই যাবা। ঠিক আছে? গোটেই lesson tour আমি কিছুমান section of obviously কেটা class লাগে, depending on that recorded পাই যাবা। কিন্তু for recording I would like to say the recording does not mean that at this moment মই যোনটো কৈ আছো বা যিখিনি কথা কৈ আছে এই গোটেই আজি recording টোৱে পাম তেনেকুৱা নহয়। Right? So there are so many groups, and in so many groups I do the same lesson, right? Bahut groups ase, bahut groups of moi ki koru living world e korai asu. So out of all the recorded version, beleg groups of beleg recording, kintu content to obviously living world e hobo, tar best recording to tumalke papa, right? So it might be sometimes like this, je tumi aji class to korila kori pela tumi jintu recorded ki pala, maybe okoman kat kiba kibi dekhisa, maybe the words, obviously the contents will, everything will remain the same. You don't have to worry from the content point of view. Maybe eta duta ami koa kotha okoman change hobo pare. Why is this so? Because as I said, you'll be getting the best recorded version. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Third thing is, whatever doubts you all have, GA doubts na thake, accumulate kori pelai pisot korim boli, don't keep it like that. Please get into a habit of clearing your doubts instantly at the class, if possible. I tell you, class of no hoy, after the class, doubts accumulate kori pelai, you can just give me in my personal number, WhatsApp koribo para, right? Or you can ask me in the next class also, right? But please put into a habit of clearing your doubts regularly. That's the third thing. Fourth thing is, the most important is develop a habit of writing short notes, right? Jetya ami eta topic korim, hey topic to obviously we'll go from both point of view and from entrance point of view. So there are certain information, there will be certain information which you will find as if they bahut beshi extra hoise dekhun kitabkhonot dekhun iman khini nai, right? But these extra portion is going to help you for your entrance, right? So what you do, and for আৰু এটা কথা চোৱা, for example যিকোনো এটা unit যদি we are explaining, we'll be writing so many points about that unit, but you will see later that out of all the points we have written, maybe 3 or 4 points or 4 5 words are important. So what you do, short note কৰাই habit কৰিবা, সেই unit to ল'বা, unit to লৈ পেলাই তাত মই যিকেইটা underline কৰিম, যিকেইটা tick কৰিম, সেই point কেইটা লৈ পেলাই short note এখন কাগজত লিখি just stick to your notes, so that in the last moment preparation, no, যেতিয়া পৰীক্ষালৈ যাবা, সেইখিনি সময়ত it might be so that you will not get time to read the entire notes, কাৰণ কিমান কেইটা chapter আছে ন, গোটেইখিনি পঢ়িবলৈ সময় নহলেও at least those points you can look over, right? So প্ৰত্যেকটো chapterৰে short notes বনোৱা, please put into a habit. Okay? Is there anything that you want to ask me before starting my class? Since it's the first class and I have hardly seen you, তোমালোকে আজি first book দেখিছা? Anything you want to know? Okay. I think we have already talked about what are the books we have to follow. MCQs কেনেকৈ practice কৰিব লাগে, পৰা practice কৰিব লাগে. Introductory class we have talked about, no? আৰু গ্ৰুপত কিতাপবিলাকৰ নামবিলাকো পঠাইছো, পাইছা নাই?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Got it, right? So please follow the system that we are leading you through. ঠিক আছে, যেনেকৈ আমি লৈ যাম, please go into that. Apart from that, যদি কিবা doubts আছে, please be free. And at any moment you did not understand, don't think যে মোৰ ফ্ৰেণ্ডে সোধা নাই সেইকাৰণে ময়ো নুসুধো, right? যিমান বাৰ বুজি পোৱা নাই সিমান বাৰ questions কৰিবা. Don't think that ma'am will get bored, no, or ma'am will laugh যে ইমান সৰু বস্তুটো সুধিছে দেখোন. Not like that. You are here to clear your doubts, he'll clear your doubts. Okay, I think enough of introductory speech. So we'll start with the lesson now. So, first lesson to কি আছে living world, no? NCERT bookত তোমালোকৰ first unit 1 আছে ন? আগতে আজি the name of the topic মই লিখি লওঁ. Okay. Bio কি আছে? Unit 1ত কি আছে? পাইছানে বুকখন?
Ma'am, first to
diversity of the living world. Unit 2 কথা কৈছে. I'm not talking about the chapters. Diversity of
the living world.
the living world. Yes. Living world. এইটো হ'ল তোমালোকৰ first unit, no? এই unit টোৰ underত কিমান আছে? Chapters কিছুমান আছে, no? কি chapters আছে?
And 4 chapters. First is the
4
living
chapters. And the 4 chapters are the living world, biological classification, plant kingdom, and last one is animal kingdom, right? So these are the 4 topics or 4 chapters that is present in your unit 1. Out of this, 18 obviously ki hobo botany section, right? And animal kingdom, zoology class, right? So we are going to start this one. As far as the importance of this unit is concerned, right? A unit to protect unit is important, all the chapters are important. Around 17 to 18 questions are seen to be asked from this unit. Potato unit of 18, 19 questions. It varies obviously. 10 questions ahead. The next thing, out of these chapters, we are going to do this one, right? The living world first. Living world, since today is the first class, or maybe you'll be doing it for the first time, you might feel that etu okoman tan lagise niki, but later you will see that out of all the things that you studied, this lesson seems to be the easiest, right? Baki pisot ami dimanbur chapters pore gotei bila chapters ote enuka laibo je living world to dokhon ekdom easy. Now easy does not mean you don't study, right? Basi easy boli bhabile tate bhul hua chances beshi thake. Yes or no? We'll just ignore it, no? Oh, this is so very easy, let's not study, we'll study it later, right? Please don't do that, right? Easy, okay, it's very easy, but please don't ignore, right? Next, এতিয়া লিভিং ৱৰ্ল্ড চেপ্টাৰটোত একচুৱেলি আছে কি the contents, no? যিমানবোৰ contents আছে class 11 portionত গোটেইখিনি contents almost in a very mild or in a very brief way it has been incorporated in this chapter. So বাকিবিলাক chapters morphology অকমান কিবা এটা আছে, anatomy অকমান কিবা এটা আছে, biological classification অকমান কিবা এটা, so it's almost like an introductory chapter, right? Okay then. So this was the unit and we'll start with the first lesson by heading for the living world. Right? Okay. A chapter to contains ki ase? What you have to learn, what you have to read in this chapter?
What is living?
Yeah, what is living? Right? Next, you have to talk about a word called as nomenclature. Third ki ase? Taxonomic hierarchy. The categories. And lastly, we have
taxonomical aids.
Aids, right? Okay. Now, what is living within this topic? Kisuman bostu poribo lagibo. Ki poribo lagibo? Characteristics of living. We have to discuss in detail. Then we have to talk about something called as biodiversity. Third would be the need to classification. Fourth would be some words such as taxonomy, systematic, right, etc. So, lessons, these are the things that we are going to study. What is living, nomenclature, taxonomic hierarchy, and taxonomical age. What is living, or we'll be talking about characteristics of living, biodiversity, need to classification, taxonomy, and systematic. Okay, we'll come to it one by one. Before going into details, no? A চাৰিটা পইণ্টৰ ভিতৰত কোনটো পইণ্ট আমি বুজি পোৱা নাই. What is living? We understand, we have an idea about life, living, etc. As far as nomenclature is concerned, nomenclature word to meaning key. What is the meaning of the word nomenclature?
Naming.
Naming
Of an organism. To give a very good. To give a specific name to an organism, that phenomenon is called as what? Nomenclature. And in the nomenclature, unit, what we are going to study is nomenclature বুলি ক'লে, I think you all have heard about something called as binomial nomenclature. শুনিছিলা নে?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? What is binomial nomenclature? That scientifically, if you want to give names to an organism, each and every name would consist of two words. So it is called as binomial. One part would be the name of the species and the other part would be the name of the genus. Correct?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So from here, aru ami ki pohim? So nomenclature boli kole, binomial nomenclature is something that we often talk about. But we will see that it is not only binomial nomenclature that is present, but apart from that, we have something called as trinomial nomenclature, polynomial nomenclature, etc. Of course, the binomial is trinomial nomenclature was there, polynomial nomenclature was there. What we know is it is this binomial nomenclature that is accepted nowadays. Yes. So we'll be talking about trinomial, we'll be talking about a polynomial. Now, binomial nomenclature is most accepted, right? Jikono bostu eta accept korim ba kiba eta bostu reject korim, the points of rejection, right? Kisumanar limitations thakibo, kisuman drawbacks thakibo, and because of that, we'll not accept the system. Similarly, in case of nomenclature also, binomial nomenclature is accepted, trinomial aru polynomial. Except kiyo kora nai, they have certain drawbacks, and we'll be discussing about the drawbacks later as we go in the chapter. Next, the third point is about taxonomic hierarchy. Taxonomic has come from the word taxonomy. Taxonomic word to taxonomy and since we have not discussed what is taxonomy or what is systematic, we'll not go into that word now. As far as the second part of the point is concerned, hierarchy, maneki. What is hierarchy?
An order.
Order.
Yeah, it is arranging in a particular order, right? And that is what is called as arranging in a hierarchy. And when we talk about hierarchy, what we remember, I think you have heard, no? Organism properly classify what we have to do is we have to give a proper classification. We have to talk about its species, we have to talk about the genus, the family, the class, the order, the phylum, the kingdom, etc., etc. Right? Is a sequence if we arrange it properly, that will speak about taxonomic hierarchy. Details for him, obviously we'll talk about it in details. As of now, taxonomic hierarchy. So what's the lowest order to keep? So what's the lowest rank to keep? Hierarchy is yeah. Very good. So ekdom lowest to key hoy, it is species. And so what's the highest key hobo?
Kingdom.
Kingdom. Right? Either it will be plant kingdom or yeah, it can be phylum also. Right? Either we are talking about plant kingdom or we are talking about the animal kingdom. That could also be, or we can talk about it the phylum also. So, nomenclature, we have an idea. Taxonomic hierarchy, we have an idea. Next, we are talking about taxonomical age. What we understand by the word age? Age means
Help.
Yeah. So, taxonomy ki hoy, our way of classifying. I mean, before discuss we'll talk about it in detail. So, when we are talking about that proper arrangement of organism, halke arrange kori pelai ami organism to kotha bhabim, or we'll talk about or we'll study about the organism, right? So we take the help of something, and that is what is called as age. As far as age are concerned, I mean, kihor age no. What are the things that we have to talk about it here? Is botanical garden, herbaria, zoological park, caves, museum, and certain books. This one books are help now, and when we talk about books, we are talking about something called as flora, manual, catalog, monograph, etc. So, ebilak bostu help long, and so these are considered as what? Taxonomical age. So, protect it, we have to talk about it in detail. Kiba problem paisa niki buji poa?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Before continuing, I just forgot to ask, is there anyone who does not understand SMS in this group? Any student who does not follow SMS?
Yes, ma'am.
Totally you don't understand?
Ma'am, some bits I can understand.
Okay. So while I was asking was because I think you have at least 5-10 minutes, so we have done the class. The class, each and every chapter would be, the lectures would be in English and in Assamese both, right? So any moment you feel that you are not understanding the Assamese term, please speak up, right? Simultaneously, we are going to talk about it in English also, right? So anything that you don't understand, please ask. Up till now, whatever I said, is it clear? Especially the one who does not understand Assamese. What's your name?
Sanskar.
I'm sorry?
Sanskar.
Oh, Sanskar, yeah. Okay, nice to meet you, Sanskar. So if suppose up till now, is there any problem with the language?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so please be free to tell me, okay, at whatever point you did not understand. All right? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So can I drop the board now up till here? So this was just the introduction, right? And what is leading? We are going to discuss these points now. Can I drop the board?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So we'll be talking about the first one. What is living? To say what is living, we have to come across a word called as life. So, our life क्या থাকে তাকে আমি কি বলি কম? Living. So life কি হয়? What is life?
Complex reactions.
It's a complex reaction. Very good. Unique, complex reaction. This is how we talk about that life. As far as the definition is concerned, we can write like this. Unique, complex organization of ions and molecules which perform certain chemical reactions in order to bring about life activities. Right? So life, when we talk about it, it is nothing but a unique complex reaction. Definition wise, we can go to this definition, or you can also follow the thing that is given in your NCERT book, right? For both point of view, definitions and everything you need to by heart. But from entrance point of view, I think you all know definitions. We don't have to by heart any definitions for your entrance of, regarding MCQ point of view, right? So next, since we have talked about life as a reaction, what we know now, anything that has life তাকে আমি কি বলি কম?
Living.
Living.
Living, right? Right. Next, the study of living is called as
Biology.
Biology.
very good. Study of living তাকে আমি কি বলি কম? Biology. Right? So what is biology? Nothing but the study of living. When you are talking about biology, this word is divided into two terms, bios and logos. Bios means living, and logos is equal to study. Right? So anything that has life or this complex reaction, that will be called as a living, and when you are studying about living, that is nothing but biology. Right? Next point is the term biology was given by.
Jean-Baptiste Lamarck.
Very good. Jean-Baptiste Lamarck. Right? And when we talk about Lamarck, we know he proposed personal theories of
Theory of
evolution.
evolution.
Right? In this chapter, we are concerned only with the name, right? And we are not concerned with the theories of evolution. Later, as you keep on studying the other chapters, evolution would be a totally new chapter, right? And there you're going to talk about it in detail. What is evolution? What are the theories relating evolution, etc., and who proposed it, right? As of now, we are not going into details about theory of evolution. What we have to learn in this chapter is the term biology was given by. Is the point clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll rub the board.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, talking about Lamarck, I think you have heard about Lamarckism, no? Lamarckism শুনিছান নাই?
মেম সেই যে জিৰাফৰ যে কথাটো কৈছিল
Exactly, exactly. So
Yes,
whenever
ma'am.
we talk about Lamarck, we remember the giraffe, right? Because he has spoken something about the giraffe. What did he say? This is something that you have studied in your previous classes, right? Lamarckism to অকমান হলেও পঢ়ি আহিছা. So Lamarck giraffeৰ কথা, what did he say? Or
the
not only
neck
because of
elongates.
yeah, the neck elongates. Just giraffe was an example, right? Or was an experiment or just a statement. But actually what he meant is, he said that the acquired characters also go from generation to generation. Lamarck কি কৈছিলে? Acquired characters goes from one generation to the next generation or to the other generation. I don't know. So acquired characters বিলাকো এটা generation of the another generation on যায়. When we talk about passing of something from one generation to the other generation, the term that we use is
Inherit.
heredity, right? Or we talk about heritable characters, right? And we know whenever we are talking about heredity, who is responsible? Obviously the genes, right? কিন্তু এইবিলাক discovery by এইবিলাক statements হোৱাৰ আগতে Lamarck thought that he studied about the giraffe and he talked about the elongation of the neck of the giraffe. What did he say? He said that the giraffe originally was a deer-like animal, right? It was very short. It was almost like a deer, and it used to feed on the herbs and the short plants, right? যেতিয়া deer-ৰ নিচিনা আছিলে, সৰু চাপৰ আছিলে, তো খাব কি? সৰু সৰু grass, সৰু সৰু plants, herbs, সেইবিলাকে খাই আছিলে, right? Later what happened is, as time passed by, the food that he used to have, the giraffe used to have, তাহাঁতৰ numbers বিলাক কমি গ'ল. Right? The herb that he used to have for food, maybe it declined. And so what it had to do, it has to switch over to something else to eat. So this time, what did the giraffe do? He started eating the leaves of the shorter branches. He went to near the trees. Trees বিলাকৰ in the short branches আছিল, তাৰ পাতবিলাক খাবলৈ আৰম্ভ কৰিলে. And later, putting this habit, and this is how what he said, that led to the elongation of the neck of the giraffe. This is a part that we don't have to study over here. This is something that we have already studied, and ekini portion, nothing to do with living world, right? This is something extra that we are talking. Since we are talking about Lamarck, we should know about it, right? Coming to acquired characters, that word. So what did the giraffe acquire? He used his neck, right? He elongated his neck. He tried to reach the leaves that were far apart from the ground. And as a result, that led to the elongation of the giraffe. And what Lamarck said, that character that he acquired went for generations after generations, and that led to the explanation for the long neck of giraffe. But now we know that explanation is obviously not correct. Is it correct?
No, ma'am.
That is not correct. So not correct বুলি ক'লেইতো নহ'ব ন. There are some, like, scientifically you have to say that that's not correct. So can you name that scientist who proved Lamarck wrong?
August Weismann.
August Weismann. So very good to hear that. So August Weismann was the one who said that Lamarck into কথা কৈছে no about carrying of that acquired characters is completely wrong. What did August Weismann do? He also conducted an experiment, and this experiment was on
Mice.
mice. Very good. What did he do?
He cut the tail of the mice.
Yeah, very good. Proved Lamarck wrong. And August Weismann কি কৰিছিলে? Experiment on mice or rats, whatever you say. Mice or কি কৰিছিলে? Cut the tail, right? For almost about how many generations?
22.
Very good. For almost about 22 generations. And in spite of cutting the tail for almost about 22 generations, the next offspring that was born was obviously with a tail. So he said that acquired characters are not heredited. Is the point clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubts up till here?
No,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
can you repeat the part like what did August prove wrong?
August Wisman, August Weisman.
No, ma'am. Like what did he
Okay.
prove wrong?
Yeah. He proved Lamarck wrong. What is the question? Can you just repeat it again? You wanted to know about the statement or you wanted to understand the process?
Understand.
You want to understand, no?
Yes, ma'am, because my net was slow.
Okay. Okay, I'll tell. Okay, doesn't matter. I'll tell again. So what happened? I think you remember this one of giraffe, no? Lamarck কি বুঝাইছিলে সেইখিনি কি বুঝি পাইছো? সেইখিনি বুঝি পাইছা নে নাই?
Yes, yes.
Right? So August Wisman, what did Lamarck say? Lamarck said যে তুমি এটা জেনারেশনত তুমি যিখিনি acquire কৰা, that trait or that character goes to the next offspring also. But what did Wisman do? He has taken a mice as an experiment. Hey, mice tour. He ki korile? Nezdal katile. He had just cut off the tail, and then that mice was made ready to reproduce. Right? So, duta mice without tail reproduce. So, their offspring tailless hobo, ne with tail hobo.
With tail.
With tail. So what he said, that character in which we have cut off the tail that did not get transferred from one generation to the other, right? So first offspring to hold, that is the first generation. Again,
Yes,
that
ma'am.
offspring was allowed to reproduce. Again, an offspring was produced, the second generation. The second generation also had rats or mice with the tail. So this way, he continued the experiment, or he kept on cutting the tail for 22 generation, right? Offspring hoy nasal
Yes.
kati dia, ako offspring hoy ako nasal kati dia, right? 22 generations or loke katar pisotu the next offspring that was formed on the 23rd generation was with a tail. So ultimately what he concluded, acquired characters bilak eta generation or another generation does not get carried. Is the point understood
Yes,
now?
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, welcome. Okay, so we have talked about Lamarck and Wisman. Now we have to talk about some more scientists. So, when we are talking about the first two lessons of your NCERT, the living world and biological classification, we have to talk about, or we have to learn about the contributions of many scientists, right? Both scientists or ami contributions পঢ়িব লাগিব. Maximum of it is in your second chapter. So second chapter, around 8 to 9 scientists and their contributions, their book, what is the experiment they have performed, সেইবিলাক আমি পঢ়িব লাগিব. As far as this first chapter is concerned, অকমান কেটামান, right? We have to talk about Aristotle, we have to talk about a little bit about Theophrastus, etc., etc. Talking about this, আৰু এটা কথা কি কওঁ, anything that is given in your NCERT book, you have to study. Right? It hardly matters you are studying about the content that is written or you are studying or you're going through a picture that is given. Right? Picture ekhon ase. Saba, if you see in your NCERT book, na Ernest Mayr or picture ekhon dia ase. Right? Aru Ernest Mayr or all of this information dia ase. So if you think, okay, this is just a picture, let's not read it. Please don't do that because the questions are supposed to be asked from that picture also, especially for your entrance. Right? So each and everything that is in your NCERT book, obviously you have to study. It doesn't matter whether that's a picture, that's a figure, that's a picture of a scientist or the content, etc., etc. Right? So, okay, coming back to this, we have to talk about someone called as Aristotle. Have you heard about Aristotle?
Yes, ma'am.
Aristotle kotha ki boli jano?
Father of biology and father of zoology.
Very good. He is the father of biology, and he is considered as the father of zoology also, but obviously not as the father of botany, right? So Aristotle, some of the points that he writes, he was a great naturalist. Right. Next, between 384 to 322 BC. Third is, he is considered as the father of biology and the father of zoology. Okay. So these 2 points, 8 points I janu. So maximum out of the points that we have written, no, from importance point of view, which one do you think is important from examination point of view out of the points that we have written?
Father of
Father of
biology.
biology.
Third point.
Father of biology and father of zoology. So we'll have a tendency to study Aristotle came. Okay, the line that we study is he is the father of biology. Question ki ahibo boli bhabu, the father of biology kun hoy. But the question has come from the first word also, right? Yate khude Aristotle was Greek, ne he wrote in Latin, ne he was from France, ne ki, right? So each and every word you need to remember. So this is also a point that is important. And obviously, it is important. Greek naturalist is something that you study, right?
Ma'am,
Now, Aristotle, talk, huh,
ma'am, like you are writing in the board, so we have to write along with you, or you will provide the notes of what you have written in the board.
clear, Ahana, please, Aristotle.
Ma'am, the things that you are like, ma'am, like the notes that you are writing in the board, so we have to write along with you, or like you will provide us with the notes of this of Living World chapter.
As far as these are concerned,
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
see, I will give you a PDF, and in the
Okay.
PDF you will have the notes. But there might be something that apart from the notes also,
Yes, ma'am.
we might have few sentences. It's not like this, no? Say exactly to dito copy no hoy, no? Note at a note or explanation of homework. We might speak something more also, right? We might go
ma'am.
through some
Yes.
questions also. So,
Yes, ma'am.
like whenever you get the PDF, as I said before, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Hal habit key, you have to write down the PDF.
Yes.
So instead of writing down the PDF, why don't you write down the class?
Okay.
Okay, studying a PDF would be exactly the same as studying a book.
Okay. Okay.
Living World or to book after you have your NCERT book, you have your reference book, right?
Yes.
Then what is the point of coming to the class then?
Yes. Okay.
Yes. So what I prefer is you please write, right?
Okay.
I'll jikhini bostu dhora form.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please ask again. There was someone else who was talking.
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. So I would ask you all to write it down. In that way, you will have your prepared notes in your own handwriting.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Coming back to this, Aristotle Ami Kolu. Now we'll be talking about a student of Aristotle and none other than
Theophrastus.
Theophrastus. Very good. So Theophrastus was one student of Aristotle. It is Theophrastus or Kisuman Ami Pohibole. Okay. Greek botanist. He was the one who first discovered about 500 plants of food and medicinal values. Right? Next. He considered morphological characters for classification. This point is important. Classify he looked into the morphological characters only. Next, he has written a book. Questions about the book is also asked. Historia Plantarum. Very good. And this is supposed and this is supposed to be the oldest book for botany available in botany. Next point about him is father of botany. Now, since we are talking about father of botany, we have to talk about another term, that is father of Indian botany, who would also be considered as Indian father of botany. Now, as we read the chapters, we'll often come into something called as father of something and Indian father of something. So, father of botany will question obviously Theophrastus, but Indian father of botany, we have another one. William
Roxburgh.
Roxburgh. So father of botany is Theophrastus and father of Indian botany. And why is called as father of Indian botany?
He worked in India.
Ma'am, ma'am, what is morphological?
What is morphology? Morphology is the study of the external features of an organism. Right? To me, dekat ke dinwa kiman ukho, kulane boga, kokot ne khin, eglak bostu ami ki boli ko morphology. While we are going for study, we can either go for morphological study, we can go for anatomical study, we can go for evolutionary studies, etc., etc. Right? Jikono bostu eta jodi tar okol outer view to sai pelai to be classified kora ba study kora, tak ami ki boli ko morphology. External features of an organism. Clear?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Please write this out. Okay. So up till here, what we have done is we have just done the introduction part, right? We have talked about what is life, and life thakile living hoy. Now, whenever we are using the word living, non-living is also a word that comes to our mind, right? As far as living and non-living is concerned, we know that there are many dissimilarities between living and non-living. Yes or no? Eta living ho, eta bostu, living and non-living, we can identify. Identify on the basis of what? Identify on the basis of certain points, right? Similarities, dissimilarities, I mean, compare kuru. So living e enuka kore, non-living e enuka kore. We have certain dissimilarities. But talking about certain types of similarities also, living or non-living or similarities akhane nai.
Yes, ma'am.
Obviously, yes. Yes. And what are the similarities? Basic to similarities nai, basic to dissimilarities hai, no? So we have to talk about the similarities first. Just write it down. Similarities, we'll be talking about two of them. Both living and non-living are made of some basic elements like carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen. Right? So this is a similarity. Type. Second, both are subjected to the same physical laws such as gravity, magnetism, etc. Such as gravity, etc. Right? So talking about living and non-living, we have to, the entire chapter is about the living world, right? So we have to talk about living. But before going into details, similarities, কি দেখা পালো? যে living বা non-living, they are made up of the same thing. That is carbon থাকিব, hydrogen থাকিব, oxygen থাকিব, etc., etc. And both of them are subjected to the same physical laws. The effect of gravity on a living organism, the effect of gravity on a non-living organism, obviously it will be the same, right? So these are some of the similarities that we consider when we are talking about living and non-living. Similarities বেশি নাই, কিন্তু বেশি কি আছে? Dissimilarities, right? So talking about this similarity, right? Talking about this similarity, most important, বহুত বিরাট আছে, কিন্তু one point that is considered as most important is the presence of protoplasm. Have you heard about this word protoplasm?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So protoplasm is the basis that will differentiate a living from a non-living. In other way around, if anything has to be living, if a cell has to be living, দুটা cell থাকিব পাৰে, one could be a dead cell, one could be a living cell. What is the point of difference, or what is that something that differentiates the both is the presence or absence of protoplasm. Presence of protoplasm is a universal character of living. যদি কিবা এটা বস্তু লিভিং হয় তেতিয়া হলে সেই সেলটোৰ ভিতৰত protoplasm থাকিব, আৰু যদি protoplasm নাই, then that will be considered as a non-living. Is the point clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
What is
As far as the
protoplasm?
please ask,
What is protoplasm?
what is protoplasm? Exactly. So what is protoplasm? We'll first write it down and then we'll say it. Because what is protoplasm? It is a colorless material that consists of all living contents of the cell, including, first write and then we are going to make you understand, including cell membrane, nucleus, cytoplasm, and cell organelles. Right? So what is protoplasm? It is a colorless material that is found inside a cell. Now, whenever we are talking about a cell, either we are talking about a plant cell or we are talking about an animal cell. Cell bilakot dubhagot bhag korise, no? One is the plant cell and the other is the animal cell. So if you are talking about the plant cell, no? Duta cell or diagram akhi din. Right? This is a cell and this is also a cell. One is a plant cell, one is the animal cell. Animal cell kuntu, plant cell kuntu.
Plant cell,
This
rectangle.
first two plants
Rectangle, plant cell,
or animal
animal
cell.
to animal.
Okay, this is the plant cell, right? And this represents maybe an animal cell. The basic difference between a plant and an animal cell is
Cell wall.
presence of
cell wall. Exactly. So if you're talking about, yeah, very good. If you're talking about this one, etu ki boli kom? Cell wall. Inner to the cell wall, what is this?
Cell
Cell
membrane.
membrane.
Cell membrane, which is also called as
Plasma
plasma
membrane.
membrane. Very good. Right. Inside the cell, ki thakibo? If you're talking about the plant cell, this could be a
Vacuole.
Vacuole.
vacuole. Next, we'll have the nucleus also, somewhere here or in the periphery. Aru ki thakibo? We have certain cell organelles, mitochondria thakibo, ribosomes thakibo, right? Beleg organelles thakibo, cytoplasm, chloroplast thakibo, right? And okay, if you're talking about the cell, this is a cell wall, this is a cell membrane. Inside the cell membrane, this portion cannot be hollow right? So here, what you will see is a liquid or fluidic content, and this content would be called as what?
Cytoplasm.
Cytoplasm.
Protoplasm. First, we are concerned with the word called as protoplasm. So, এটা cellৰ ভিতৰত থকা যোনবিলাক colorless fluidic material হয়, that is called as protoplasm. If you're talking about animal cell also, animal cell will have a central nucleus, right? And obviously the cell organelles like mitochondria, lysosomes, etc., ribosomes, right? Lysosomes, vacuoles, etc. But this content that fill up this cell is protoplasm.
And
If the
what is
content-
cytoplasm?
Yeah, we'll explain that. First, protoplasm clear hoise na nai,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
right? Colorless material that consists of all the living contents of the cell. And by the word, all the living contents of the cell means it includes the cell membrane, it includes the cell wall also. It includes the cell membrane, it includes the nucleus, cytoplasm, everything that is inside the cell. Into liquid or into fluid or that is called as protoplasm. Right. From here, we have another word that is called as cytoplasm. Right. As far as the difference between a protoplasm and a cytoplasm is concerned, in this chapter, we are going to do a very little discussion about it, but detailed discussion, we have a chapter called as Cell, the Unit of Life. MCRE book of Saba, Cell, the Unit of Life affair. Tate ami precisely what is protoplasm, what is the constituent of protoplasm, what is it made up of, cytoplasm ki bostu, we'll discuss it at that in detail. As of now, just a basic point. Protoplasm to clear hold. Right. Now we talk about cytoplasm. Can I rub this portion?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, comes the word called as cytoplasm. Nikhilwa. When we talk about cytoplasm, it is also a fluid. Protoplasm ki hai a fluid. Cytoplasm is also a fluid present inside the cell that consists of the living part except the nucleus and the cell membrane. Now read the line carefully. So if you are comparing cytoplasm and protoplasm, you will have certain similarities, you have certain differences also. What is the similarity? Protoplasm is a fluid, cytoplasm is also a fluid. Second similarity, protoplasm is found inside the cell, cytoplasm is also found inside the cell. Third similarity, protoplasm contains living components, cytoplasm also contains living components. But what is the difference? The difference is this point. If you are talking about a cell, and in the cell, যদি গোটেইবিলাক parts আমি consider কৰো, then that is protoplasm. If from the cell you remove the nucleus and then you remove the cell membrane also, then that fluid would be called as cytoplasm. Eta cell loba, hey cell to you remove the nucleus, you remove the cell membrane. The remaining content that you have is called as cytoplasm. Is the point understood? Cell
Yes,
ma'am.
cell যদি সব বস্তু থাকে তেতিয়াহলে তাক আমি কি কম সব বস্তু বুলি কলে প্ৰিসাইজলি নিউক্লিয়াছ আৰু সেল মেমব্ৰেন ৰাইট গোটেইবিলাক যদি বস্তু থাকে তাক আমি প্ৰটোপ্লাজম বুলি কম সেই ফ্লুইডত তাৰ পৰা যদি আমি নিউক্লিয়াছটো গুচাই দিওঁ আৰু সেল মেমব্ৰেনটো গুচাই দিওঁ যোনখিনি বস্তু আমাৰ হাতত থাকিলে that is called the cytoplasm. So what is cytoplasm? If from a cell the nucleus and the cell membrane is removed, the portion that is left behind is called as cytoplasm. Clear?
Ma'am. মানে protoplasm cover নকৰা বস্তুটো হৈছে cell wall তো নহয় জানো Ma'am, protoplasm cover নকৰা বস্তুটো হৈছে cell wall, only cell wall to cover নকৰে বাকি গোটেইখিনি মানে cover কৰে protoplasm.
সেইখিনিয়ে কাৰণ নিউক্লিয়াছ বুলি ক'লে আমি আকৌ পিছত কৰিম নিউক্লিওপ্লাজম থাকিব right?
Okay.
Nucleus of ভিতৰত আৰু এটা fluid থাকিব, nucleoplasm থাকিব। সেইকাৰণে মই কৈছো ডিটেইলছটো আমি চেলত কৰিম। ইয়াতে
ঠিক
just এটা basic difference, right?
ঠিক আছে।
A cell with all the components, protoplasm, the nucleus or cell membrane খন গুচাই দিয়ে, doesn't cover that portion, that is called cytoplasm,
ঠিক আছে।
right? Okay. একেলগে clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone? Please ask, was there anyone who was asking me a question? Okay. Okay, protoplasm we have to পঢ়ি আছো. One line about protoplasm you have to remember. Huxley. Right, as a scientist, Huxley. What he said, protoplasm is the physical basis of life. So, here just a question ahead. Physical basis of life means what? Or which part we are concerned with? We are concerned with protoplasm. That's the first question. What is physical basis of life? Physical basis of life is protoplasm. The second question is, who has given the statement? Or who has denoted or who has described protoplasm as the physical basis of life? So you need to remember the name of the scientist and you have to remember this one, physical basis of life. Is the point understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The next thing that we are going to discuss is, since we have to talk about living organisms in detail, living ki hoy, ami gom palu, anything that has life is called as living. We have seen certain similarities and dissimilarities between living and non-living. Precisely talking about living, we have to write about the characteristics of living. This one, enigma characteristics of it, junkhini could be discussed as the characteristics of living. And when we are talking about characteristics of likha, right? So there are certain characteristics. Third whole, fourth is reproduction. Fifth, metabolism. Sixth, homeostasis. Seventh is consciousness. Eighth, healing and repair. Next, evolution. Number 10 could be expression. Number 11, adaptation. Number 12, senescence or death. Right. So when we are talking about characteristics of living, we see many characteristics that define a living. Right. Living boli kole ebila bostu ami dekha pao. The living bilakor eta definite shape and size thake. They are divided into organizations, that is unicellular organisms, multicellular organisms, etc. They can grow and develop. They can reproduce. Metabolism means the reactions that are going inside the organism, right? Tenuka dhoroner organism, tenuka dhoroner reactions bilak koth hoy okol living organisms hobe hoy. Next, okay, we'll come to point number 6 later. Okay, homeostasis mane ki?
Keeping the chemical environment of the body constant.
Very good. Maintaining a balance. That is what is called as homeostasis. The best way to understand this, homeostasis কোনে দেখায় এটা एग्जांपल কোৱা
ম্যাম ম্যামেলস বিলাকে গৰমৰ দিনতো
Mammals
ইমান
বিলাকে।
বাঢ়ি না যায় টেম্পারেচার ঠান্ডা দিনতো ইমান কমি না যায়
Exactly, very good. So we can talk about human beings, we can talk about mammals. It's not like this that যে গৰম দিন হলে আমাৰ টেম্পাৰেচাৰ বহুত গৰম হৈ গ'ল, ঠাণ্ডা দিন হলে our temperature comes down, not like that, right? Since we can maintain a balance, that phenomenon is called as homeostasis, and this is something that is seen only in case of living. Next, consciousness, we understand healing and repair. Kiba wound hole, if you undergo certain types of injury or certain types of wounds, then we have a healing process, and this healing process is seen only in case of living organisms. Evolution. What is evolution? Eta organism or anti organism, you get evolved, right? So evolution, don't worry, you have an entire chapter on evolution. We're talking about it later. Accretion, we understand. Adaptation, we understand, we have a meaning, right? We can adapt to the various environmental conditions, that is called as adaptation. And obviously, living organisms are ki hobo, death hobo. So talking about characteristics, there could be so many characteristics of living and non-living. Sorry, living. But according to your NCERT book, there are only 5 characters that you have to study out of everything. Right? Gutiebilak details of nopohile hobo. We'll go by the NCERT, and NCERT says that we have to study about 5 characteristics of living. Can I rub this part?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Characteristics of living according to NCERT, we have to talk about 5 of them. And what are the 5? First is growth, reproduction, cellular organization, okay, we'll do one thing, metabolism to likhi lo. And 5, right? So we have talked about so many characteristics of living. NCERT book tells us that we have to study about 5 of them. So the question is, what are the characters of living? So characteristics of living, you write only about these 5. Next, when we are talking about these characters, no, but these specific characteristics of living, we will be using two words, that is defining character and non-defining character, right? Out of this 5, growth or reproduction, not defining characters of living, whereas metabolism of consciousness, okay? Right? So what is important is, question ahead, is growth a defining character of living? No, growth is not a defining character of living. Is consciousness a defining character of living? Yes, consciousness is a defining character of living. So out of these 5 points, defining kungita or non-defining kungita, so you have to pay interest in this word. Yeah.
I'm like, how is consciousness defining? Like, if
yeah, we'll be talking about it. Amikom, each and everything will go into detail, right? As we proceed, Tata can question. Okay, ekin look at full.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, miss.
Yes, ma'am.
About doubts of the look at हाँ, please ask.
मैम डिफाइनिंग कैरेक्टर की बुझाओ सर से माने
Defining characters মানে কি বুঝাবো বিচাৰিছো?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, for that you have to understand the meaning of defining and not defining. Right? So defining or not defining, they do the meaning and then we'll understand. Okay, we'll come to this now. So we can see these 5 characters have been divided into 2 categories, defining and not defining. Now, what is the meaning of defining and what is the meaning of not defining? Defining, not defining could be explained in a very simple way. It goes like this. If I say a living organism grows, right? That's the first statement. Second statement is, do only living organisms grow?
No.
No, ma'am.
No.
No, ma'am.
No? Right. Or can we say anything that grows is living? Jadi ami teneke
No, ma'am.
kobo paro. Anything
ma'am.
that reproduces living, anything that grows is living, anything that undergoes metabolism is living. If you can say that, that is something called as defining. If you cannot say that, that is not defining. Buji palan nai. If you can use this statement, a particular organism A, right? Suppose we have an organism A, and what character we are writing over here, the A can grow. So if A can grow, does that mean A has to be living? If your answer is yes, that means it is a defining character. If your answer is no, that is a non-defining character. Is the point understood? A can grow. So, does that mean A is living? If yes, why are you considering A as living? Because it can grow. If it can grow, it is living. If the answer is yes, then this character would be called as a defining character. If your answer is no, this character would be called as a non-defining character. Just understand the concept, then we'll go to the point. Understood or did not understand?
No, understood.
Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
ma'am means those characters which like
Are
only
present
present
only in
living,
case of living,
yeah,
that are called as
and do not
defining.
have and in non-living organisms that are not present, we can call them as defining characters.
Very good. So simply, what we can say, this is the way we understand, and simpler to that, we can say the characters that are present only in living are defining characters. The characters that are present both in living and non-living are not defining characters. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Actually, maybe we are having a problem in your net or something. Sometimes the question doesn't come very clearly. So as of now, what we have understood, the character that is present only and only in living, that is a defining character. If it is present both in case of living or non-living, and actually that will not be a correct statement. The correct statement is not only present in living. Not defining. As we read, will become more clear. As of now, what you will understand is, एक ही portion of the question है, which two characters are not defining and which characters are defining characters.
Ma'am, how is reproduction a not defining character?
Reproduction is also not defining character. Why? We'll answer. Yes, I will talk. For explaining defining and not defining, we have to read about it in detail. So for next point, write growth as the topic. Growth আমি প্রত্যেকটা ক্যারেক্টার ডিটেইলস পড়ে বলিব গ্রোথ হেডিং করা right. There are something very important things that you have to study about growth. When we talk about growth, what is growth?
Permanent irreversible changes.
Very good. Right? Permanent irreversible changes. Permanent we understand. Irreversible means?
It cannot
Cannot be reversed.
It cannot change.
It cannot
A
come
baby,
back.
very good. Yeah, a baby can grow into an adult, but the adult cannot revert back into a baby, and that is what is called as irreversible. Once the growth is done, it cannot come back. Right? Next point. Growth is accompanied by accompanied by growth হৈছে বুলি আমি কেনেকৈ কম? It is accompanied by increase, কিবা এটা বস্তু বেছি হৈ গৈছে তেতিয়া আমি কি কম? Growth হৈছে. Increase in mass and increase in number, right? So whenever we say growth is taking place, either we are saying that the mass has increased or we are saying that the number has increased. As far as mass is concerned, no, when we are talking about maybe anything, you are talking about a plant, about plant of growth also, we can weigh it down. আগতে কিমান মাছ আছিলে এতিয়া কিমান মাছ আছে if the mass is more then we can say that the growth is taking place. When we are talking about number, generally we are talking about what? There was one cell, now there are 5 cells. So since the number of cells is increased, what we can say is growth has taken place, right?
And why can't
Especially
we
in case
assume
of
height? And why can't
why
we
can't
assume
we?
height?
Yeah, we can assume.
Assume
Obviously, we can assume. We can assume. We can assume. There might be many categories of measuring growth of a plant. We have a chapter called as growth and development. NCERT book saba last for plant physiology part of a chapter is growth and development, plant growth and development. In that
Okay.
chapter, we'll be talking about growth and how to measure growth. Right?
Okay.
As of now, the most common thing is we talk in terms of mass, A2 comma, A2 BCS, and we talk in case of number.
Okay.
Again, when we are talking about the number, generally we are talking about unicellular organisms. For example, if you say a bacteria is growing, what you understand? Does that mean the bacteria will keep on growing, but our weight বেশি হয়ে যাব নি?
No.
No, ma'am.
Bacteria
No,
grow
ma'am.
করে না নকরে? Does a
It
bacteria
grows.
grow?
Yes, ma'am, in number.
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
A bacteria grows. So what is growth in case of bacteria?
In numbers.
Number.
It cells
Will
grow.
increase. We are talking about cell division. Eta cell asile bacteria she divided and formed 2 cells. From 2 cells, it forms 4 cells. So this is what is growth. So this is something related with number. So growth is accompanied by increase in mass or it is accompanied by increase in number. Third point. We have something called as twin characters or growth. Airport question. What are the twin characters of growth? By the word twin, what we understand, it has the same meaning. That is what is called as twin. Twin characters of growth key what?
Increase in number and
Increment.
increase in mass.
At a compara, what you do is it is accompanied by that is a point because this is the point that we are going to talk about is here. Accompanied buli likha, number 1, increase in dry weight, right? I mean dry weight count koilo. This is more precise. This is just going by a broader sense. Increase in mass and 3, increase in number of individuals. Eketai meaning, right? Previously, whatever we have written, exactly the same meaning, but this is in a broader sense and this is in a concise or more precise. So twin characters of growth key hoy increase in mass and increase in number. These are the twin characters of growth. Why they are considered as twin characters? Because mass besi holeu will say growth has taken place. If the number increases, then also we can say that growth has taken place. Since both of them has the same meaning, we can use the word twin characters of growth.
What is dry
Ma'am.
weight?
Okay, coming to this point, no? So, growth is accompanied by increase in dry weight. We have seen the mass, if it increases, we say that growth has taken place. If the number increases, then also we say that the growth has taken place. Sometimes, especially in case of plants, we can take dry weight as a measure of growth. Now, talking about weight is divided into 2 types, that is fresh weight and dry weight. What is fresh weight? Fresh weight is, you take a plant, Directly you uproot and then you weigh it down. Uthaisa, uthai pelai jukhisa. That is fresh weight. What is dry weight? You remove the water content from the plant. How do you do that? By drying that plant, right? You uproot the plant, you keep it under the sun, you dry it until all the contents or all the moisture content has disappeared, and then you weigh. So after excluding the moisture content, the weight is called as the dry weight, right? যদি পানীৰ সতে জোখা তেতিয়াহলে আমি তাক কি বুলি কম fresh weight. যদি বস্তুখিনি তুমি শুকাই লৈ পেলাই তুমি জোখা, that is called as what? Dry weight. So dry weight, দুটা sample লৈছা, দুইটা sample dry weight যদি consider কৰা, that can also give you some information about growth. Right? Is the point understood? With moisture or without moisture? With moisture is fresh weight, without moisture is dry weight.
Yes, ma'am.
Is the point clear? Okay. So twin characters of growth we have understood. Next, the fourth point. Growth is the result of the difference between anabolism and catabolism. So growth ki hoy, it is the difference between two words or two process, anabolism or catabolism. Anabolic or catabolic. I think we have come across these two words. So what is the meaning of anabolic? Anabolic reaction, catabolic reaction. Can you give me an example of both the reactions?
Ma'am, anabolic reaction is photosynthesis where formation of molecules take place, whereas catabolic reactions are respiration.
Where breaking down of a reaction is concerned, breaking down of a product is concerned. Very
Yes,
good.
ma'am.
In any reaction, if something is formed, kiba eta bostu form korise, that is called as anabolic reaction, right? And if in any reaction something gets broken down, that is called as catabolic reaction. So anabolism or anabolic reaction example could be photosynthesis. Catabolic reaction example could be respiration. Why is respiration considered as catabolic? Because in this process the food gets broken down, right? But whereas in photosynthesis, food in the form of glucose is formed, and so that is called as anabolic. So growth is dependent on the two terms anabolism and catabolism. Clear?
Yes,
That was
ma'am.
point number 4. Next we come to point number 5. When we are using the word growth, we see two types of growth. Positive growth and negative growth. Right? Positive growth, I mean, what we use no for it. Instead, we use the word called as growth. And as far as negative growth is concerned, we use the word degrowth. So, growth or logot, degrowth is also something that we have to study. Right? This degrowth, ketia hobo? When catabolism exceeds anabolism. Right? So we have a term called as degrowth, right? Degrowth ketia hoy when catabolic reactions are more as compared to anabolic reactions inside a cell. That will have an adverse effect on the cell, and that is something that is considered as degrowth. Right?
Ma'am, can you explain degrowth with an example?
Yeah, degrowth mane ki? The growth we understand. Positive weight that is supposed to bhalo effect grow kori ase, that is called as degrowth, right? Sometimes, sorry, that is called as growth. Sometimes we see degrowth also. For example, a very simple thing, wilting of a plant.
Okay.
Eta plant, bahut din pani na pane ki hobo, wilt hobo nohoy. বহুত দেৰিলৈকে হৈ থাকে সি মৰি যাব নাযায়.
Yes, ma'am.
That could be considered as a negative growth or degrowth.
And can we see degrowth in humans or like living animals or mammals?
Degrowth is
Ma'am, can we like find degrowth in mammals or human beings?
Yeah, we can see that in case of cells, but that is so very negligible, right?
Okay,
We
ma'am.
can see, obviously, we can see degradation of cells. We can
Yes,
see that the demand fresh for demand fresh, and at that time, what we do, we take the help of medicines and all, right?
Yes.
Obviously, that's something that's seen in living organisms,
Okay.
right? Okay. So we have something called as the degrowth, and degrowth, what we have seen is when catabolism exceeds anabolism, that is called as degrowth. Can I drop this point?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. কি কৈছা? Was there anyone who was asking me a question?
No.
Okay. Next, we come to point number 6. Huh.
Ma'am, humans getting old, is it a degrowth?
That is degrowthfully exactly what we use nokori. We use the word senescence. Symptoms leading to death, that is called as senescence.
Okay.
Right? Right?
Ma'am, if we start
Next.
1 month, will we experience degrowth?
Yeah, ultimately, what will happen? If you keep on starving, then কি হব? That's to cells that will shrink, start shrinking. Also, it will lead to death itself. So that could also be considered as a phenomenon of degrowth.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Next point. Growth is seen in organisms, right? And when we are talking about organisms, we are talking about both unicellular and multicellular organisms. Growth ko dekha pam. Unicellular organisms to dekha pam. Aru multicellular organisms to dekha pam. In case of unicellular organisms, growth takes place or unicellular organisms grows by right? They grow by cell division. The second point is in unicellular organisms, growth and reproduction are both inclusive events. Pay interest to the word inclusive events. Whereas in case of multicellular organisms, growth and reproduction are exclusive events. Right? So we know growth is seen in case of organisms, it is seen in unicellular organisms, it is seen in multicellular organisms also. We have two terms, inclusive event or exclusive event. What we understand by the two terms, we understand what we are saying is there are certain organisms in which growth and reproduction has the same meaning. For example, again we come back to the same example, that is bacteria. If I say a bacteria is growing, what we understand, the number of cells of bacteria is increasing, right? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And if I say a bacteria is reproducing, what do you understand?
It is
It is the same
Cells
as
are
growth.
increasing.
Again, we are talking about cell division. Yes or no? So if you are talking about one bacteria and it has divided and formed two bacteria and formed two, it has divided and formed four bacteria. এই দুটেই process to আমি কি বুলি কব পাৰো? Growth বুলি কব পাৰো, reproduction বুলি কব পাৰো, right? Since it means the same. So we are using the word called as inclusive event. But in case of multicellular organisms, growth is different, reproduction is different. And so they are considered as exclusive events. Are the two words clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Inclusive or exclusive? So question क्या है? growth and reproduction are inclusive events for dash and exclusive events for dash. Answer কি হবো?
Inclusive for
Inclusive for
unicellular.
unicellular, exclusive for
Exclusive for
multicellular.
multicellular.
It will be for unicellular and it will be for exclusive for multicellular. Very good. Okay, this was point number 6. Next, come to point number 7.
Ma'am, growth আৰু ম্যাচুৰেচনৰ মাজত পাৰ্থক্যটো কি হয়?
Growth আৰু maturation. Grow কৰি থাকিব কিন্তু grow কৰিলেই যে matured হয় তেনেকে নহয়. আমি matured wordটো কেতিয়া use কৰিম যেতিয়া ই particular function টো কৰিবলৈ ready হ'ব. For example, if I say a plant is matured, when will you say the plant is matured? When it develops flowers. Second, if I say the human being is matured, on the basis of kiba character ke ami kom je matured hoisen nai, as far as okay human being or jodi ami example lo, baby pora adult loke he grow koriye thake, right? Kintu matured ami baby etak matured boli kom niki ba child etak matured kom niki noko. Matured ketia kom jetia main function to korar ta capacity develop kore. And what is the main function of any living organism? Obviously is the process of reproduction. So reproductive stage যেতিয়াই আৰম্ভ হ'ব তেতিয়াই আমি matured বুলি কম. So in other way around, যেতিয়াই এটা particular function কৰিবলৈ he capable হ'ব তাক আমি matured কম. Another example, root. Root would be considered as a matured root when it starts absorbing water. Mr. Pan understood?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Next, point number 7. Again, growth or লগত we have two words. Intrinsic growth আৰু extrinsic growth. What is intrinsic growth? Internal growth. Yeah. Internal growth আৰু extrinsic growth কি হয়? External growth. And by external growth, we can talk about accumulation also. Maybe due to accumulation of material. Right? Intrinsic growth is called as internal growth. It is seen or it is a characteristic of living. Extrinsic growth or external growth or growth by accumulation is a characteristic of non-living. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? It terms like monotrakhiba, intrinsic growth, extrinsic growth. Question hai, intrinsic growth card kune dekhai, extrinsic growth kune dekhai. Intrinsic growth is seen in case of living and extrinsic growth is seen in case of non-living. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So from here, what we understood is growth is something that is seen both in living and non-living. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes, miss.
Yes, ma'am.
Non-living things grow. Can you tell me an example? Living things grow so from janue. Non-living
Garbage
things
dump,
grow.
ma'am, garbage.
Yeah, garbage dump. Or you can,
Mountains.
yeah, very good. You can talk
Mountains.
about mountains. You can talk about rocks growing. You can talk about sand moles, right? Bali dome eta ase, he dome to dangor hoye goi ase. Dangor hoye jotoke ki boli kom? Growth boli kom, right? So from this point, what we understood is, let's write the next point. That we see growth in both living and non-living. So growth is not a defining character of living. Clear? We have said that growth defining character, not defining character. Growth is a not defining character, right? So defining and not defining, right? There are two things to study. First, whether it is defining or it is not defining. Second, why it is not defining. That's the reason also you have to understand. Because we have said that growth not defining, reproduction is also not defining. But why is growth not defining and why is reproduction not defining? Both of them do not have the same answer. Answer is different, right? When we talk about reproduction, at that time we'll be explaining about it. As of now, if the question is asked, why is growth not a defining character of living? Growth is not a defining character of living because it could be seen both in case of living and non-living. Is the point clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Reason to পঢ়িবা হা অকল defining নে not defining নহয়. Why not defining? Reason is very important. Can I wrap the board?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
miss.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this was point number 7 niki.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
This was the continuation of point number 7, right? Finally, we have another point. When we are talking about growth, at a question, before going to point number 8, let's talk about a question. The question is, so when I write the question, I will not write the entire sentence, okay? Entire sentence to Niliko, but you will understand. Question to Kenny Kahi say, growth so you have to choose between the two, right? Growth. And the next question is about intrinsic growth just read what I have written. Can you understand the question? Question of sentence to moi likhi diya nai.
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
Yes, ma'am.
Huh? So the question is, growth defining character, not defining character. What is the correct answer?
Not
Not
defining
defining
character.
Not defining character. Very good. The next question is about intrinsic growth. So you have to read the question very properly and carefully. Question 2, growth report ahise. The question is asked about intrinsic growth. You have to read the question properly. This question is about intrinsic growth. Intrinsic growth is a defining, they're not defining character of living.
Defining.
Defining.
Character.
It is a defining character of living. Very good. So question 2, bhalke pohiba. All the way around what we have studied, whenever we talk about growth, what we remember? Not defining character. But question 2, growth report ahanai. Intrinsic growth report ahise. Right? So this is the way the question would be placed. Can I rub the board?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So this was a question relating point number 7. And now we go to point number 8. Again, when we are talking about growth, we have two terms, determinant and indeterminate. Right? অলপ আগতে কি পাইছিলো intrinsic growth আৰু extrinsic growth এতিয়া কি পাইছো determinant growth আৰু indeterminate growth when we talk about determinant, what we are talking about is limited growth. And indeterminate means unlimited growth. I think you know that in case of organisms, some organisms keep on growing throughout their lifetime, whereas there are certain organisms who grow only for a specific period of time. Can you give me an example?
Plants grow throughout the life.
So plants is the growth of animals. Very good. So if you're talking about plants, throughout their lifetime they will keep on growing. So they would be an example of which growth? Determinant.
Indeterminate growth.
They
Indeterminate.
will be an example of
Indeterminate growth.
plants, right? And if you're talking about limited growth, it could be seen in case of animals. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. But reading about this point, so what we understood, যে plants or কি হয় যে সদায় grow কৰি থাকে। কৰি থাকিলে কি হ'ব? It will keep on elongating or it will keep on becoming bigger. Yes or no? যদি কিবা এটা বস্তু grow কৰি আছে, সি ডাঙৰ হৈ গৈ যাব নাথাকে।
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yes,
So if you're talking about plants, so what we understand, the plant will keep on growing until it dies. But just tell me, I think you all have seen a mango tree, right? Or you have seen any tree, right? If you're talking about a mango tree, if you're talking about a leaf of a mango, does that mean if the mango tree is 3 years old, the leaf is smaller? If it is 10 years old, a little bigger. And if it is 20 years old, it is very, very big. Is it like that?
No,
Next.
ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Right?
No, ma'am.
It remains the same. Similar question could be put in case of a flower also. Whatever the age of a plant might be, the structure, the size of a flower will always remember like that. Sorry, will always remain like that. Similarly,
Yes,
in
ma'am.
case of a fruit also, the mango too, right? If obviously now there are technologies to which you can keep that mango stuck to the plant for a few more years, right? Right? Not necessary, no? We have certain technologies, we can give certain type of hormones by that which we can allow the mango fruit to stay in the plant for longer duration, right? That does not mean that if the duration or if the years increase, the shape of the mango or the size of the mango will keep on increasing and become almost big like a pumpkin. Right? Eta side ami ki koisu, plants will keep on growing. Kintu what you need to remember is we have to talk about it in specific. If you are talking about parts of a plant, which part keep growing through the entire lifetime and which parts do not grow?
Root apex and
root
shoot apex.
growth.
Roots, root and shoot.
Root apex and shoot apex. Very good.
Ma'am, in case of Hydra, in which division does it come?
Mhm.
I mean, case of Hydra, in which division does it come?
In case of,
Hydra,
yeah,
in which division does it come? Limited or
what is the
unlimited?
question? In case of Hydra.
Ma'am,
Hydra is a plant, Nikki. Is it a plant?
no, ma'am.
So, right. We are talking about this is something that is related only with plants. Right? Right? Or we see right? So in a broader classification, when we are classifying between or we are making a difference between plants and animals, the words that we can use is in case of animals limited or in case of plants unlimited. But even if you're talking about plants, we have to talk about it in terms of specific parts, right? If you're talking about root apex, shoot apex, keep on growing. But if you're talking about this, they will have a limited growth. Is the concept clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
So finally, these are the points about the first character, that is growth, right? So as I said, we have to discuss each and every character, that 5 characters that are given in your NCERT book in details. So today what we have completed is the first character, right? I think this is all for today, and we can wind up the class. So what we have learned today is we have talked about the introduction of the chapter, what is included in the chapter, right? We have talked about terms called as life, living, characteristics of living, similarities between living and non-living, the similarities between living and non-living, right? When we talk about living, there are certain characteristics, and out of these characteristics, 5 of them are given in the NCERT book. And within those 5, we have to use the words defining and non-defining, and why they are defining and why they are non-defining. The reasons also are something that we need to study. Apart from these content, obviously, the few scientists that we have discussed, Aristotle, Theophrastus, Lamarck, so okoman information So I think that's all for today. So up till here, is everything clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Everything is understood? Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
No,
So what you do, go home, right? What you do, please read the chapter properly, right? As far as the PDF is concerned, I think within 2 or 3 days, you are going to get the PDF up till the portion that we have completed, right? Any more PDF video. So go through your notes, go through your NCERT book, collect your doubts, and please bring it in the next class, or you can just give me personally also, right? Next. Was the class very fast, or was it very slow, or you are okay with this type?
Okay.
It's okay.
Ma'am, okay.
Basic fast lagine muk koba, basic slow hole muk koi diba. ठीक है? So if it is okay, I think this is the way we'll go for the next classes also, right? Likes botany, ভাল লাগিলে নাই?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know whether you like botany or not. So after we complete our classes, you will know that botany is very easy, right? We'll make it easy. Okay then, thanks for today. We'll meet you in the next class.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you, ma'am.